Hello, Has Users here, and here for another film review that's just been released just yesterday here in Australia, Bloodshot. Now, before we go on with this, I've not seen the comic. I've not read the comic. I didn't even know this was a comic until I went in. I just sort of went in with fresh eyes. So, if you put in complaints saying that I got this thing wrong and that thing wrong, and I don't understand it because I didn't see the comic, didn't read the original comic book, just live with it, guys. I can go on things with fresh eyes and try and somewhat and get a experience from it. To be honest, until pretty much after when I first watched Avengers: Infinity War in cinemas, I barely knew all the characters. To be honest, I wasn't that die-hard Marvel Cinematic Universe fan. But over time, I read everything, so yeah, worked out fine. I got up to date and started to enjoy more, and I was able to handle myself fine. But I went back onto the review. So, Vin Diesel stars as Ray, an army expert who is always sent into dangerous locales for rescue missions and whatnot, and always seems to come back home to his girlfriend, but at least with a bit of scars on his back. But one day, a group of terrorists kidnap him and his wife to get some information from him after one of his recent successful missions. The guy ends up, and when he reveals he doesn't have the information, he kills his wife. The guy kills his wife and himself. But Ray is brought back to life by a group of scientists led by Guy Pearce. Yeah, he's played by Guy Pearce. Okay, all right. It turns, and what he was able to use. So Guy Pearce's character reveals to Ray how he was able to bring him back, and it's thanks to some nanobot technology that he's inserted into Ray's bloodstream. This allows Ray to heal up quickly from injuries, and at first he starts to get used to it. Through one night, and at first he struggles to figure. And after coming to the realization of what happened to his wife, Ray decides to head off and track down the guy who killed him originally, and of course his wife. But the problem is, the identity of the guy keeps changing. And I'm not going to reveal any more with this. This is all I'm going to say. I'm going to give spoilers, but yeah, that's all I got. So let's start from the good things. And first thing, the action. Oh my goodness, the action. A Vin Diesel movie is going to have some good action either way. But this action is some of the best I've seen in a while. It's very stylized, and I like it. The two highlights for me are the climax, which is great, but the best fight is in the middle of the movie when he's taking down the first guy. He's tracking down one of the guys who was involved in the shooting, and it's in a tunnel, and the lighting and everything, that's absolutely amazing. I loved it. The effects themselves are also pretty good. As I said, that it really helps start the stylization of the action. I'm good for it. I like it. There are a few cheapish CGI movies, but they're fine enough. Honestly, I didn't mind whatsoever with them. And the cinematography also helps out too. It's really, as I said, the action is helped really well by some good effects and some great cinematography. I loved it. The music's also pretty good. It's not memorable, but it fits the movie well. And I think that, and I do get a bit of vibes from The Dark Knight with this. I don't think Hans Zimmer did the music, but someone else who must imitate him a bit did it, and it's really good. And in terms of acting, Lamone Morris plays this science guy called Wilfred Wiggins, and he's actually pretty good. I love the guy. He's probably my favorite character in it. He helps Vin Diesel out after he tracks down the second guy involved that he believes was involved in his wife's killing. But yeah, so that's fine and all. But what about everything else? Well, to be honest, as I said, I like the action. I like the the music. I like and I think one performance is great, but everything else on the other hand, not quite good enough. Right? The story isn't really that special, honestly. I just sort of this typical revenge plot, but then it gets needlessly complex with many different twists and turns, and I'm sorry, but I'm not liking it. I mean, the twist you can sort of guess. Actually, no, I don't think you can guess at the start, but things get really strange after when Diesel goes after the second guy and is about to meet Wiggins. So yeah, and Vin Diesel himself. I mean, he's a great actor, but his performance in this seems very robotic. I guess you can make a counter that the nanobots inside his bloodstream are sort of making that way, and just sort of reveal a bit as to why his memory keeps changing what the nanobots are doing. But even then, there are points where he's very emotional, very humorous, but there are points where he's just stale and bland and just talks like a robot. He's like, and has questions all the time. I mean, it's a mixed performance, and I don't know, maybe some people may say it's part of the charm. I don't know. It's just me. I'm not liking it. I also don't like the villain in this. I'm not going to reveal who it is, but yeah, it's not great. I'm really getting sick of action movies having, well, actually movies in general having very weak villains. I mean, villains can be are really interesting characters. I hope in this decade we can see improvement than what we had in the last decade. And the side characters are pretty boring too, so yeah. There is one girl that helps Diesel out in the climax, and she's pretty cool, but everyone else is just bland, uninteresting, barely in it, and doesn't have any defining factors besides some adjustments, some new attachment limbs to them, robotic limbs, that's all I gotta say. But, so in the end, Bloodshot's a really mixed bag, and I don't know if it's the sort of movie, okay, if you like action movies, you'll like it. I think the action's the best part in it, but if you're looking for a great comic book movie, you're not gonna see this. I mean, Sony Pictures can make good comic book movies. I mean, Into the Spider-Verse is unbelievable. But I still think they're working out live action stuff. I mean, this is a mixed bag. Venom, while its financial success was strange, was very divisive in reviews, and Men in Black International was also in the mixed category. At the moment, the most successful ones have been the Spider-Man partnerships with Marvel Studios. And yeah, I'm grateful that Spider-Man's back in the MCU. I've addressed that before. But yeah, but there is a lot of creative talent when Sony makes a comic book movie, and eventually they'll get it right. Their Spider-Verse universe could work out, live-action Spider-Verse universe, but we'll just have to wait and see. But for now, I'd say give it a shot. You might, if you're an action movie fan, love it. If not, maybe wait till you see it on television. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10 hat stars. So what's next on my channel? Well, I've actually got a request that I'm going to get to for next week. It's a request that was given to me when I was doing my Christmas reviews last year. I just haven't been able to get to it, so I'll do that next. But then after that, I think I'm going to do. I'm going to try something different. Hopefully, it's just a matter of working out whether if I can get the necessary adjustments to it. I'm thinking about trying to do a marathon, but that's all I gotta say. I'll explain more hopefully after my next review. When I review a movie by John Hughes, who did Home Alone, who was a huge film director and writer in the late 80s, early 90s, as he wrote a story about a runaway baby. Yeah. Well, in the meantime, Has the Master Reviews out. Oh, well, let me say, Has the Master Reviews out, and I'll see you for my next review. Ciao.